Well, as we've been reporting all morning, we're still waiting for some final results to come in, but the election is pretty much over.
But that doesn't mean the stress that comes with it is gone. We know it could be so heavy on some people. Here to help us deal with some of that anxiety is Sheila Raja, a clinical psychologist and associate professor at UIC. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Such an important topic, especially during this time in our world and especially at this time after the elections. And we're not imagining this, right? Election stress is a thing.
It is absolutely a thing. The American Psychological Association actually does these surveys of stress in America, and they found that 75% of people talk about some kind of political stress. They feel like, the government doesn't care about them. So, and, doctors, psychologists are talking about anxiety, depression, even things like chronic headaches, gastrointestinal problems, like stress-related, health effects.
Yeah, the body indicators that are telling us we're stressed, and we may not even realize how stressed we really are, right?
Exactly.
And it's hard to escape it with all the ads that we've been showing for months and weeks now. Every time you pick up your mail, listen to the radio, it's everywhere. For some, it's a choice. Do I disengage from what's happening right now or deal with the stress that it's causing? I mean, it's like an either or. How can people deal with that?
Yeah, we have to find a balance, right? I mean, first of all, we have to disengage at times, right? We cannot be on our social media feeds all the time or having the news pop up at us. Like, I mean, put it down, go for a walk, take a break, eat well, all the things that maybe we don't do when we feel anxious and stressed, and then that feeds into sort of how our body feels. Mindfulness, take a minute, just take a breath, feel the water when you're washing the dishes, just little things that we could kind of give ourselves some relief. And also, when we feel hopeless, can we get involved in our communities, even in small ways, go volunteer. So much psychological research about how community service is good for our health.
To put you in a grateful mindset once you do that.
Exactly.
Right?
With Thanksgiving coming up, why not start early?
And so much is beyond our control, especially in an election cycle. Yeah. I mean, we can make our vote, but that doesn't mean we can control the outcome. And so I love that, like saying, what can I do today? All right, so we're really close to the holidays and coming off an election cycle. Some of the tallies are going to be coming in for maybe a few weeks. And so what about if you're at the table, you're like, pass the butter, and I don't agree with you.
Somebody throws it at you.
Yeah, like what do you do in that situation? How do you handle those really tough discussions?
Right. This is the important question, right, that's on our minds, is how do I balance my self-respect with my boundaries, but also maybe you don't want to lose faith in humanity, right? So I think one way to think about it is, look, if somebody is challenging you and it's really about, your basic humanity, your race, your religion, your gender identity, your sexual orientation, those kinds of things, that might not be negotiable for you, right? You got to think about, but if it's about, I disagree with this policy or that policy, maybe you want to talk it out. Or there are different kinds of social support in the world. It might be okay to say, we're going to table this policy talk and go to the movies or play a board game. That's okay too.
Safe territory.
Set some boundaries before everyone sits down and say.
And be kind, right?
As
that
Chris
always
Hoppermill
helps.
tells us every day, right?
Sheila Raja, clinical psychologist and associate professor at UIC. Thanks for sharing really important things with us this morning. We appreciate you touching on that and being here.
Thank you. One breath at a time.
Right. That's a
Duly
good one.
noted.
Yeah.